And now the second variation is, if they collude together, what will be the profit, right? So they collude together here to produce, right, to produce 9,000 together and charging the price 60. So when they produce together, what is the answer here? So everyone would be, for example, there are two, so everyone would be providing subscription 4,500 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 60 minus fixed cost of everyone, right? So what is the answer here? So here 270,000 minus 100,000 also would be the same, which is 270,000 minus 100,000. So answer would be 170,000. Answer is again B, right? Here we go. Yes, B. And now the real question: what if they are not able to collude? And what happens if they are not able to collude? Then what happens? What would be the Nash equilibrium? Would they be producing 3,000 here? No way. Why? Because Nash equilibrium is above the monopoly production. The monopoly production is 9,000. So this 3,000 and 6,000 cannot be. And 9,000 is monopoly production. So only answer left is D. They would be producing 12,000. Why? Because on the Nash equilibrium, the quantity is, the oligopoly quantity is greater than the monopoly, and the oligopoly price is less than monopoly price, right? So that is the perfect condition here where they can produce as a Nash equilibrium, and we have this given option is 12,000, so 12,000 is the answer. The next variation of this question is where they have to produce and what charges. They should charge the price $40, right? Because they would be producing 12,000, right? What is the profit then? So everybody is producing here 12,000 and price is 40. If you divide this between these two, answer would be 6,000, and the price would be 40. And what are the costs? In our example of Jack and John and Jill, they have no cost, but here we have a cost. So that's why we just delete or eliminate its cost as well to find out profit. So profit would be here to 40,000 minus 100,000, right? Same as the B. B is also to 40,000 minus 100,000. Answer would be 140,000, right? So the profit also of oligopoly is less than profit of monopoly as well, right? Here we go. B. B is the correct answer. Okay, now the question arises that we just discussed at the beginning of the lecture, and we highlighted is the the importance of the word cooperation. So in order to learn or understand this cooperation, the book introduces game theory, and this is really interesting. So if you know that you are in a duopoly and you are about to collude together, what are the consequences and how we can better off by cooperation. So you learn this game theory to understand the oligopoly, how these firms, make their production decisions to get more share so that you are better off, in this kind of situation. So what is game theory? A game theory is a study of how people behave in strategic situations, right? Strategic situations, which means if they cooperate with each other, they are of course cooperating for more than 1 year. For more than 1 year, planning is called strategic planning, right? So they are colluding for not for short term, of course, they collude for long term. So in that situation, we call the strategic decisions. So strategic decisions are those in which each person, in deciding what action to make, must consider how other might respond to that action. So if I'm about to increase my production, what will happen to the other partner? You know, if I increase my production, will he increase the price or increase the production, right? Or what he, if his production stays the same, how much I will get? So it means you are not in a position to make your own decisions. Why? Because your decisions impact the other firm's actions as well, right? So because the number of firms in an oligopolist market is small, each firm must act strategically. So each firm knows that its profit depends on not only on how much it produces, but also, it is very important, but also how much other firms are producing. If they produce more, they will get more share, right? So the prisoner's dilemma. So prisoner's dilemma provides insight into the difficulty in maintaining cooperation. So if you want to understand the game theory, so it is best to learn the game theory through this prisoner's dilemma. So let's talk about that. So the crux of this prisoner's dilemma is that often people or firms, they fail to cooperate with one another, even when cooperation would be, would make them better off. If they cooperate with each other, then both could be, benefited. But even then, they are not cooperating with each other. And the perfect example is prisoner's dilemma. Let's discuss that. So prisoner's dilemma is a particular game between two captured prisoners that illustrates why cooperation is difficult to maintain, and even when it is mutually beneficial. Let's talk that. So they are captured. The name are Bonnie and Clyde. So if Bonnie confess and Clyde both confess, what is the punishment? Both gets 8-year jails, right? What if Bonnie remains silent and Clyde it confess? Clyde got free and Bonnie gets 20 years in jail, right? So these are called strategic decisions in which one person's action depend on other person's action, or one person's decision depend on other person's action, right? If Clyde got only free if Clyde confessed and Bonnie remained silent, right? What if Bonnie confessed but Clyde remained silent? Clyde gets 20-year jail and Bonnie gets free, right? The last option is both confess and they get 1 year jail, right? So these are 4 strategic decisions, right? So even if even if they cooperate with each other, right? Both are remain silent, they get 1 year in jail, right? But what if one remains silent? There is 1 year If one remains silent and other confess, what happened? Rather you are getting 1 year jail, you get 20 years jail. So there is a huge opportunity to not maintaining this cooperation, because the outcome is not affordable. So at the end, what happened? Clyde, Clyde will think about that. Let's confess, because if I confess, I have a chance either free or 8 year jails. Right? If I don't confess, I have a chance either get 1 year jail or get 20 years jail. Right? The same will think Bonnie. Bonnie think that I have huge opportunity here. If I remain silent, right, I get either free or either 20 years jail, and there's a huge opportunity between 8 years and 20 years. So they will both think about that. Let's confess. When they confess, both will ended up in having 8 years jail. Even though cooperation is necessary here, and they are better off by cooperation, but it is hard to maintain this cooperation because there is a huge opportunity either free or either get 20 years jail, right?